Welcome to the bio class, children. Today I am going to start with a new chapter, the flower. In this chapter you are going to study about the structure of flower and also about various parts of the flower. Children, this chapter is about the terms associated with flower. So today in this video I am going to discuss about the structure of the flower, and later in other videos I will be discussing about the terms associated with flower. So let's start with the definition of flower. Flower is a reproductive structure found in the flowering plants. Now children, why flower is a reproductive structure? Because it has the gametes and it allows the fusion of both male and female gametes. Now, another definition of flower is a flower is a specialized shoot in which the leaves are modified into floral structures. Now, floral structures means calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Let's move on to the structure of a flower. Children, I'm going to start with the first whorl. Now, first of all, you should know that what is a whorl. Whorl means a layer present in a flower. So basically, there are four layers in a flower, four whorls in a flower, and in this video I'm going to discuss about the four whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Now the first whorl, that is the calyx, is the outermost whorl, and when a flower is in a bud condition you can directly see it, but also you can see it when a flower is bloomed. Here you can see the structure of a calyx. This entire part is a calyx, and the unit of calyx is called as a sepal. Now children, this part, or if you are going to remove this particular part, this part is called as a sepal. So collectively all the sepals are called as a calyx. Now what is a calyx? Calyx is the green part of the flower which protects the flower during bud condition, and because it is green in color it also performs the process of photosynthesis. Now let's move on to the second whorl of the flower. The second whorl of the flower is called as corolla, and the unit of corolla is called as a petal. Children, you can take a look at the right hand side of the slide, this side. This entire purple color part is called as a corolla. But if you are going to remove a particular structure from here like this, if you are going to remove this part, it is called as a petal. Here I have shown you the rose petal. If this part, this particular structure is called as a petal, and collectively if many petals combine then it is called as a corolla. So because it is the colored part of the flower, it is responsible for attracting the insects for pollination. Now let's move on to the third whorl. This third whorl is the reproductive whorl of the flower, and it is the male reproductive whorl of the flower. It is called as androecium. Children, you can locate the androecium here. You can see these 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are together called as androecium, and the unit of androecium is called as a stamen. So children, here this is a stamen. A stamen has two parts. The upper part is called as the anther and the lower part is called as the filament. So here this brown part is the anther and this green part is called as the filament. Children, if you are going to cut the anther lobe transversely like this, then we can observe that inside the anther lobe pollen sacs are present. These are pollen sacs, and in the pollen sacs pollen chambers are there, and pollen chambers contain pollen grains. These dotted structures, these are the pollen grains. Now pollen grains contains the male gametes. I hope this third whorl is clear. I am repeating it again. Androecium is the third and the male reproductive whorl of the flower, and the unit of androecium is called as a stamen. Stamen has two parts, upper anther lobe and the lower filament. I hope it is clear to you all now. Now the next whorl, the fourth whorl, is called as the gynoecium, and it is the female reproductive whorl of the flower. Children, you can see this whorl is called as the gynoecium. This gynoecium has three main parts: the upper stigma, the middle one style, and the lower one ovary. And ovules are present inside the ovary. Children, the unit of gynoecium is called as a pistil, or we can also call it as a carpel. So I hope that gynoecium is clear to you all. So let us view the structure of flower. Here these are the petals. These are the petals. So these petals are collectively called as corolla, and these green part are the sepals, and these sepals are collectively called as calyx. Now this third whorl, this one is the androecium, or each one is called as a stamen which has anther and filamen, and this fourth whorl is called as the gynoecium, the female reproductive whorl of the flower. Now children, I am going to proceed with two more structures. The first one is the stalk of a flower. The stalk of the flower, this green part is called as the stalk of a flower, which helps the flower in being attached to the branch or the main stem of the plant. And the second structure is thalamus. This swollen portion, this portion is called as the receptacle or thalamus, on which the floral structures are present, on which all the four whorls are present. So children, this was about the structure of a flower. So in this video you have studied about the definition of flower, and after that we came across calyx, the first whorl, outermost whorl, which is protective in nature when the flower is in bud condition, and because it is green in color it performs the process of photosynthesis. After that the second whorl is corolla. This is the colored part of the flower, and because it is colorful it attracts the insects for pollination. Then the third whorl is androecium. It is the male reproductive whorl of the flower, and because it has the male gametes, this male gametes fuses with the female gamete to form the zygote. Then the fourth whorl is called as the gynoecium. This is the fourth whorl, and the unit of gynoecium is pistil. It has three parts: stigma, style, and ovary, and inside the ovary ovule is present. We are going to study the structure of ovule in the next chapter, pollination and fertilization. After that you came across stalk of a flower. This part is the stalk of a flower, and children, it is not necessary that every flower should have a stalk, and we use separate terms for that. So in the next video you will come across the terms related to the stalk of a flower. After that, the last structure is a thalamus, on which all the floral structures are present. So that's all about the structure of a flower. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.